Hello and welcome, everybody. You might recognize me. This is the Hearthstone broadcast, NECC. For me, it's a lovely Friday still, and for everybody else as well. Actually, in 1 hour it will turn to a Saturday for me. But welcome everyone, and yeah, as you said, you might know me, but next to me is Frosty. How's it going today, brother?
I am having a wonderful day today, Hypharia. God bless. We are super excited to kick tonight off with some high-tier Hearthstone gameplay. We are very excited. We're just waiting on a little last-minute this and that from both the players as we get ready. But yeah, how are you doing, Hypharia?
Yeah, I'm doing absolutely lovely as well, and it's a little bit different than Rocket League, but that doesn't necessarily make it less interesting. Indeed, we are still waiting a little bit for these players to join up in the lobby and get everything going underway. As soon as that happens, we will obviously move on there as quickly as possible. Currently, we have no information of the bans just yet, but obviously the format that we have, Frosty, do you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Absolutely. Oh.
Ooh. Bans are in.
So what we have is that the way Hearthstone works for esports is that we've got both players have 4 decks preset that they have made, and what they do is that each of them decides, I don't want to play against that one deck, so they each get one ban, and whoever wins with all 3 of their decks is the winner. And once you win with the deck, you can't use it again. So those are how it's going to go down. We've got a little bit until we figure out which are the exact. Got you. Okay. Yep. We've got the Warlock banned. We've got Ruben banned. No, sorry. MoJoJoJo banned Warlock, and Ruben banned Paladin. MoJoJoJo loses Warlock. Yep. Yeah. You know what? No worries.
I had it right the first time. Had it right the first time. Always stick with your initial gut.
Absolutely. You know what?
That is actually going to be very, very on the topic of Hearthstone as well, because there are so many options. You always have a lot of things that you could do, but sometimes your intuition comes up as well and says, no, just go face. Is that really something that will be prevalent as well? Do you really need to stick to the math, stick to what gives you the best odds?
At this point, looking at these players' decks that they're going to be going with, it's going to be very... I do not believe that they're just going to be going super aggressive. Maybe we will be seeing a little bit of aggressive stuff coming in from MoJoJoJo later on in the match, because he does have, he does have his Demon Hunter, which is known for its aggressiveness, so we may be seeing that. Maybe he'll play it hyper-aggressive, maybe he'll play it a little bit more laid back. We don't know, we'll have to see when we get into this game. Yeah, but yeah, I think it's going to be a very slow match, is what I'm going to be calling it right now. These going to be some slow games.
Yeah, MoJoJoJo, he's still got his Highlander mage, which honestly is probably going to be not necessarily an easy win, but that is definitely going to be a deck that wins. I think that is going into the predictions in a little bit, that this will come down to a game 5, because the mage deck, the mage Highlander and the Demon Hunter coming in from MoJoJoJo, they are both 2 good decks. But then looking at the priest, it's very control. That's exactly where it stops. It's control, but then there's no real end game, or at least not that I'm seeing right now.
It's going to be very interesting to see what MoJoJoJo does with the priest here. Double Insight with only having Mindrender Lucina as a minion to pick from. Very interesting to what that second Insight might be used for. Maybe he's going to try to get some cards that shuffle cards into his deck. Maybe he's going to wait for the very, very end of the game to just pull Cthulhu out of his deck once he's cast all 4 of those. Who knows? But anyway, it's going to be a very... I would say Mage and Demon Hunter for MoJoJoJo are going to be very, very in his favor for those fights, but Priest is going to be an uphill battle.
Yeah, and because of the format, because you have to win with all 3 decks, you have to bring your A game on every single one. You can't just have like one fun deck and say, you know what, I'm up front at that point anyway. I don't really care. I'm just going to play with a fun deck. No, because you need to win with that deck as well to end up winning the series. And MoJoJoJo, he has currently, including the preseason, 3 wins on the board, has only lost against 5k plays, but he has won. He has won against Ruben already in a 3-1 fashion.
Are we able to spectate now, or? Okay, sounds good.
Should be getting into the match indeed. This is going to be interesting. He has the advantage, I'd say, considering that he has already got a win on the board. And MoJoJoJo, he is in the priest from the start on out. Ooh, that is an interesting choice. And the druid coming out for Ruben. This is honestly the matchup that we thought would be last potentially, and now it comes first. What is going to happen?
I do not know. Are you spectating from MoJoJoJo's side or Ruben's side?
I am. Hype is on the bottom indeed.
Okay.
And he's got a relatively decent start, getting that 1 mana spell in there, able to at least pick and choose some, and actually getting a few tokens as well.
Very, very good, because this deck right here is a token deck, but it doesn't actually have... It's a lot of synergy with tokens, but it doesn't have that much tokens actually in it itself. So being able to pull out a Dreamway Guardian this early, turn 1, is going to be absolutely amazing. And drawing one from his deck, it's going to be a very good turn 2 right here. As he... We will see if he plays one of the Dreamway Guardians, or he will play Guess the Wait. We will find out.
I do think he is going to play Guess the Way. He has quite a deciding deck in that regard. Obviously, it is always a gamble, but
he is going to go
with hero power.
He's going to go with the hero power. I think what he was going for there is that he didn't want to play any of the cards and have to have a mana left over. So he's just going to stick with using his hero power, getting that 1 bit of armor, and be able to play both Dreamway Guardians, maybe? Is what we could be seeing?
That'll be good pressure on the board at least, forcing him to do something. And, well, not that lifesteal really matters that much because he is at 30 with armor up as well. You can
Absolutely.
see the insight in the hand of MoJoJoJo as well. And with that, also Mindbender Lucia, so that is completely useless already.
Absolutely.
Thoughts still coming out. Yeah, always see what your opponent is up to. I don't really. Rune Carvings is going to be decent for a priest, but it's not really something that's outstanding. There we go. He saved all those spells, and this is what he wanted: the Glowfly Swarm, putting all 2/2s on the board. Oh my word!
But Breath of the Infinite.
Perfect answer to it directly, and that is a lot of Hive's game plan, a lot of Ruben's game plan. It's actually already down the drain.
Here we go. Perfect counter. Does he have anything for Garu the Night Tree? He does have Maw. He does have Forbidden Words. He's going to use Forbidden Words to just take care of that. Yeah, this is going to be an uphill battle for MoJoJoJo here. Sorry, for Ruben.
Overgrowth, but he is already almost at 10 mana and being on next turn, on 9 mana next turn. Well, MoJoJoJo, he's got a lot of cards still in his hand. We see on the side of Ruben, there's not really a lot going on. He really needs to, I think, get that board pressure and basically have MoJoJoJo not clear so he can get a Savage Roar turn in.
Absolutely. I think what MoJoJoJo is going with right now is getting that Plagued Proto Drake out next turn. Just being able to have something on the board, because at the moment he really doesn't have much that he can do here. Here come the Dreamway Guardians, maybe? From Ruben? Nope. Runic Carvings. We'll see. We'll see what decides to do here. He does go with double Dreamway Guardians into Soul of the Forest. Very high pressure, making it so that it's a solid source of lifesteal on the board, even though he is full, just having it as backup. Ooh. You hate to see it. You hate to see the milled Soul Mirror. That was a very good clear, for especially, it wouldn't be a clear, but having basically mirroring your opponent's board with this much would be a really nice thing to have.
That was a misplay as well, because last turn MoJoJoJo, he had a full hand and didn't do anything. He just hero powered and made sure that he stayed at full health. Now he does get a mass resurrection. It's not really going to be important, and he actually decides to swap.
He
that
gives
mass resurrection. Ooh, I actually think that is going to favor Ruben here.
100%, and not only for the fact that there's just more cards in that in the hand, but also the fact that Maw of Cthulhu. Ruben has a chance to play Maw of Cthulhu and just completely cancel out having MoJoJoJo's ability to play Cthulhu this game.
That is very true. You do need to complete all the pieces. It's just so weird to me that he decided to swap a full hand, or almost a full hand, with his opponent and only get 2 back. Obviously, yes, it is a token druid. He wants the tokens, and the tokens do gain that benefit because he did play that card earlier to generate that. Okay,
It's going to be very interesting to see what Ruben decides to play here. And looks like he's going to be doing Penance and dropping down the Plague Proto Break. Very solid, all around very solid. Being able to take out one of the big cards that MoJoJoJo had at his disposal. Being able to not apply as much board pressure now. Still with the Soul Mirror in hand, though, that he discovered earlier. But we will have to see what he decides to do. Using Maw, maybe? Who knows?
Yeah, destroy a minion. Fair.
Fair.
Get that 8/8 out, but then the 7. That's a below average, I'd say. So a good outcome for him. A decent choice, and what I want to say, Golden came out, so the Treants will have +1/+1 for the rest of the game.
Absolutely.
Below these 1/2s with lifesteal, there will be 3/3s instead of 2/2s. It will be tough to clear that out, and the board pressure is just so heavy against the control deck as well. MoJoJoJo, he's definitely got a lot of control. And there we go. Oh,
that's 6 cards drawn.
So much drawing, and he doesn't
really
have any.
The greed coming in from Ruben. Ooh. 10 literally has half the amount of cards in his deck than MoJoJoJo at the moment. 10 to 20. This is going to be an uphill battle for MoJoJoJo. Let's see if he's able to pull something out. He does have a Renew. He's trying to discover something, anything to go up against this. Not looking too great of the choices there. Time Rip. Doing a pretty good, solid, limiting a solid amount of damage off the board, but yeah. It was not a great hand. Like getting Reliquary of Souls off of Galakrond Invoke? Ooh. That was very lucky. Very, very lucky for Mojo.
And the only thing that MoJoJoJo really needs to do well, I say only, which makes it seem as if it's very simple. He just needs to survive. He's got 10 more cards in his deck. Late game, he will definitely win. Now 11 more cards in his deck with that draw. It puts Ruben on the clock. He's putting himself on the clock, basically saying, look, I need to go quick, which might actually be why MoJoJoJo doesn't want to clear those 1/2s, because he knows it's a long-term strategy. If he can just make sure he holds on, and 4 spots already blocks off, with only 4 damage, that is honestly a trade that MoJoJoJo will take, because he can just hero power for 2 every single turn. Honestly, MoJoJoJo, he might look bad, but I don't think it's finished for him.
I'm sorry, did we just see him did he just use Guess the Weight with 9 cards in his hand, and then just very, you know what, very interesting strategy, milling those extra cards that, you know what, probably didn't need Nature Studies anyway. Only a 1 mana card, definitely didn't need that, so it's really good to get that out of the deck ahead of time. Don't need that in your hand. Very solid.
You don't need it, but at the same time, you only have 4 cards left, so you do want to have that extra little bit of power, that extra little bit of oomph to potentially push you over that finish line. Because currently, yes, you are up front in the marathon, or up front in the sprint, but it's more of a marathon, or at least that's something that MoJoJoJo is trying to make out of this. He's trying to extend this game, and with this resurrection coming in, there's not really a lot of things that died, so he will only get 3 things back. Great use of 9 mana to get 2 1/3s. Reliquary of Souls on the long term will be a pivotal card.
Insight actually coming in clutch because of the fact that Reliquary of Souls did die. It was able to strictly pull out Reliquary Prime, and that's going to be an amazing play next turn that I don't know if Ruben will be able to handle. Arbor up. Lots of tank on the board. Is this going to be the end of the game? It is.
Yes, that's lethal.
It's lethal.
That's lethal. He was waiting too long to clear, and then the double spell comes in. And that is how you pull through. And honestly, this was coming perfect lethal as it looks like right now, but the timer, he put one on himself, but he very much accomplished it well.
Absolutely. Comeback right there. I mean, not much of a comeback, but being able to just, right from the get-go, just establish a dominance of that game, and MoJoJoJo is always on the back foot, trying to come back from that, trying to just have enough control on the board to keep things alive. He did not have enough to come back, and with that, that huge Arbor up right at the end there was perfect. 21 health left on MoJoJoJo, 21 damage is what Ruben had.
I think that almost was the one that decided the entire game. The Priest, in my opinion, are the 2 worst decks in the entire gallery of both these players. Obviously, they both got a ban in there as well. And now, the Druid got a win. That Priest still needs one. He decides to, MoJoJoJo decides to swap to the Demon Hunter, which you know what, I agree with. Get that Priest out of there for a hot second.
Oh, absolutely. Going to a deck that you're more comfortable with. You know, maybe MoJoJoJo was just very excited about this. Very much wanted to go out from the gate and thought he had this in the bag. But Ruben showing up with his Token Druid, being able to come back 20 damage in 1 turn, catching completely off guard. He's definitely going on what I think is going to be more of a safety pick.
He wants to at least get a win on the board. Demon Hunter versus what looks like somewhat of a weapon roll, and having a lot of a bomb. The bomb as well, the Wrench Caliber. That will probably just be played directly on turn 4, maybe even coining it out, but I don't think so.
I would not be surprised if I saw a coin out on turn 3, but especially with a 1/3 on board, that's going to be a perfect target to go for the Wrench Caliber. But who knows? We will see. As Ruben's turn comes right back up. Evil Quartermaster is a really solid turn 3 option as well, but it looks like the coin of Wrench Caliber is going to be played, taking out the Spirit Jailer.
He wants him to get as early on those bombs as possible, potentially do some early chip damage. MoJoJoJo, he's obviously looking to trade with those weapons as well a little bit. There the bomb is already.
There it is. Top of the deck, you know.
Standard.
Yeah, just... You never see that, but you know what? Being able to do that much damage, turn 3, clearing your opponent's board, getting a 3/1 weapon, it's pretty nice. You might be upgrading here to get a little extra oomph, get 1 more bomb out of that Wrench Caliber, or he's just gonna stick with Evil. Oh, never mind. He's gonna do both Evil Quartermaster and the upgrade there to get that 4 attack on Wrench Caliber, get 1 more use out of it. A lot of aggressive plays back and forth here.
And that's something that the warrior needs to go for. Make sure to put a lot of pressure on this demon hunter, who's struggling to defend against this because you don't really have a lot of taunts as a demon hunter. It's quite difficult. Now you do 10 damage to your opponent. Honestly, I think that this is just going to be a base race. They're just trying to go at each other. One missed damage already coming in from MoJoJoJo. He's still had one mana left over for his
Horde Pillager is going to be huge for Ruben here, though. Being able to use up that last durability on Range Caliber and then just add it right back to your hand with Horde Pillager. I don't know if he's going to do that or Shield Block. He might have to Shield Block just to survive next turn. It's been super aggressive so long. Who knows? It's gonna be a close game, but it's gonna be fast.
Yeah, it's going to be a very fast game. I don't think either of these players really pay own respects to their own life total, more to their opponents, and as long as they see that their opponent's life total is lower than the others, they are perfectly fine with what's going on. But to be MoJoJoJo, he's got a little bit of heal on this deck.
Absolutely, MoJoJoJo needs to be very lucky with where these soul fragments are in his deck. He needs to draw them as soon as possible, because any moment now, he doesn't know, he could be in the range for death from Ruben over here. As more and more bombs go in, he needs to get those soul fragments before he finds those bombs. He could technically die. There is 15 damage worth of bombs in MoJoJoJo's deck at the moment. But with this much damage coming out, 7 lifesteal, taking away all of Ruben's armor, and plus healing quite a bit, is definitely going to be solid play on the side of MoJoJoJo.
Yeah, MoJoJoJo, he's looking very good. Well, that is the power of a bomb deck. You don't really see how well you're doing, and you need to get a little bit lucky as well. You need to get a little bit fortunate, make sure that, well, I say make sure that you draw the bombs. There's not really a lot that you can do about drawing the bombs, obviously. You just need to put as many as possible in. And the longer you hold on, the better that is for you. Another bomb comes out.
There's one. Ooh.
Well, he doesn't draw another.
15.
He does have lifesteal.
He does have a lot of lifesteal, especially with his +5 attack coming out here. Make that +7.
Is this lethal?
That's not lethal, but it's going to be quite a bit. Wait, yeah, no. It's not lethal, but it's going to be quite a bit of damage and quite the heal, too. 21 health. Ooh!
Apart from that, now the skill of Gul'dan is also on the outside, so obviously it is an outcast. So he has the draw set up as well, MoJoJoJo with his Demon Hunter. Looking in a dominant position, Galakrond is drawn to at least regain some armor and get a different hero power.
Absolutely.
Still, is it going to be enough?
Very interesting deck choice there, being able to have Galakrond in your deck without having any invoke cards to power up in Galakrond. Maybe he's just using that to get that little extra aggro, get that +3 damage hero power. Who knows? It's going to be definitely interesting, though.
That's cool, good on. And that's 3 draws, but there is also a lot
Ooh,
of bombs
Soul Fragment. Unlucky. Oh, that's very unlucky.
Not being able to activate those cards. But at the same time, he is healing, which I don't really... Oh, that is a terrible draw.
Oh, getting only 1 card discounted off of Skull of Gul'dan because of Soul Fragments and Bombs combined. Ooh.
Is it even discounted? I don't think the Marrow Slicer is discounted.
No, it's not. It was just the Soul Shear. Only the Soul Shear got discounted there. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate.
Oh no, and he has the Il'gynoth in his hand. He doesn't really have... He's already used so much of his power, so much of his weapon buffs to kind of activate that instead of heal yourself. Now there's a lot of things going on the side of Ruben as well, making sure that he has a big board going there.
Does he have lethal,
that one? Well, yeah, but I think the bombs, there's still a lot of bombs in the deck.
Wait,
I think
he has lethal. He has lethal if he plays Il'gynoth. If his lifesteal from his weapon is going to be enough damage to... Does he spot it though? Does he spot it? I don't
think
know if he sees it.
I don't think so, otherwise he would... Oh, it's so scary. He's hovering over the Oganoth. Only thing that he needs to do is... No, wait, isn't he one off? I'm pretty sure
Oh my
he's
god,
one
he is
off.
one off. My bad. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
he's one damage. If he drew... very unfortunate. But Marrow Slicer is gonna be... who knows? It's gonna be up in the air. What he does here.
But he's already used two Eldrachi Warblades, so that is 2 lifesteal weapons gone for him. So if he decides to go for the Marrow Slicer, that means he doesn't have any lifesteal weapons anymore. Thus, he won't be able to really put Il'gynoth to use. Thus, he's in a bad position. This one off of lethal might just mean the end of him, because he now used his card to gain that extra weapon, to gain that extra power. And he is still surviving. Ruben is very much still alive. 15 health left, and there will be only more bombs raining down.
Okay, is there a way that they get lethal from this side of the playing field? I do not believe so. I will have to double check. I do not believe Corsair Cash will be drawing a weapon that can do... So that's 8 damage, plus the 3 hero power, that's 11. So he needs to be doing 4. Oh no, sorry, this would be doing 9 if he has a weapon.
He does have draw a weapon, so he can do Corsair Cash into draw a weapon, into hero power. And even if he wouldn't do that, he might as well attack face anyway. Or I mean, no, you can't really...
I feel it's very risky here, because he could just kill his own minion. Oh my god. He almost killed his own minion with Minefield. That is very, very, very unfortunate. Does he just die here?
He's going to go for the bomb play. No, he even had lethal! So many ways he needed to draw a weapon. But he's just going for the clear instead, but with last second...
So much last second stuff going right there.
He does get the attack off. Oh my word. Is the bomb going to be coming in anyway? No, it does not. But that is, I think, miss lethal unless there were no weapons left.
If there are no weapons, then if there was any weapon, then that would have been lethal there. I would be very cautious with drawing cards if I was MoJoJoJo right now, because there are a ton of bombs.
Oh my word.
Why did... Oh, never mind.
No, that's just lethal. Anyway, one off. He was already one off very early on and did not manage to break through. And this went on a lot longer in a base race, which I thought was what it was going to be. Ruben, he manages to take home a second one. Meanwhile, MoJoJoJo, he's still got his priest in there as well. It's not looking good for Mojo.
MoJoJoJo has got a lot of ground to pick up, but I believe that hype, or Ruben, is going to be... It's looking really good for Ruben right now, is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he's got his Warlock coming up now as well, I'm pretty sure. Because the Paladin was banned. He won the first game with the Druid. Moving on to Warrior, what he just won with. And MoJoJoJo wants to try it another time with that Demon Hunter. And indeed, the Warrior just does come out. This is such a commanding position for Ruben.
I don't understand MoJoJoJo's decision to be going Demon Hunter into this. I feel very uncomfortable with this because of the fact that Demon Hunter, he has that Il'gynoth one-turn combo that he was trying to get off but just didn't have enough stuff in his hand to pull it off. He knows that this is going to be a mill Warlock-oriented deck. I don't know why he would play a combo deck into a mill deck where he knows that there's a possibility of him just losing his combo pieces.
That would be devastating. And well, we already said it, that Ruben is in a very commanding position, and it very much is so the case as well. The imprisoned Foul Fiend on the board as well, just pressure for later, making sure that he can keep that clear. I don't know. I don't necessarily like MoJoJoJo going this aggressive. And
yeah, I was gonna say very, very aggressive, relentless pursuit. Getting only a little bit of damage out. 3 mana for 4 damage is most people usually use Relentless Pursuit for that ability to have immune and take care of a big threat on the board. Using it just for early game chip damage, I don't necessarily agree with.
Yeah, he's just going smork right now. Face is the place.
Oh yeah.
For him, as he goes another, and I don't know, maybe he knows base race, or not necessarily a base race, but that his cards could get milled, and then he just needs to go as quickly as possible. But honestly, I think as soon as we reach turn 8 and that enhanced Dreadlord was just drawn on the side of Ruben, that might just be the end of it already. 7-8 taunt coming out.
I'm gonna go with, I don't think we need to wait for late game. I think coining out a 7-8 on turn 4 with taunt, that is. Taunt being the main issue here. MoJoJoJo has nothing. He has nothing in his hand that can do anything. He's not. No.
Where's your Relentless Pursuit now? If you had that, it wouldn't have taken damage.
He wouldn't have taken
very
7 to the face. He did manage to find a way to clear it up, but taking 7 to the face is just not what you want to have happen. This early
a lot of desperation. A lot of desperation coming out, and do you really blame him? He's on his final pair of legs. And Ruben has been dominating the matchup thus far. The previous one, well, that was incredibly close without Druid. Honestly, a very good showing out of Ruben already from the get-go. The two decks that made me question a lot. An unknown card as well. Playing a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh in there as well. Love that.
Sorry, what just happened there? Did we just see a... What did...
An unknown card.
Yeah, what card did he just play that did nothing?
So many.
Yeah, that beats me. That is beyond me. I saw unknown card. I think Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. I do not. I'm going to keep my eye on Twitch because I know it's a minute or so behind, but I'm going to keep a close eye on that as we come back. Did it?
Not as if it necessarily matters, since, well, I mean, not saying not necessarily mattered, but MoJoJoJo, I just don't think he has the capacity to push through all those taunts that will be coming onto the board very soon. And Ruben is also on 25 health, so there's still so much he can do. He's got a lot to play with, and MoJoJoJo, he's given a lot of his options already away.
Is it frozen, do you think? Do you think somehow Ruben managed to crash the game? Because I'm currently looking at both players on 0 mana, and none of them able to do anything.
Oh yeah, I see them looking at their cards and everything. Yeah, but there's no turn timer or anything as well.
There's no rope to end the turn. I don't know what happened.
I saw the unknown card and I was like, okay, what is this? What is going on?
I didn't
here?
even see what the unknown card was. I
mean, I was very surprised already. I was like, wait, since when has this been added? Well, I'm gonna have to see. I'm currently waiting on the stream to catch up with where we currently are. What was that?
I know we're getting near there on the stream. I'm keeping my eyes are permanently glued to figure out what the hell is going on.
Many possibilities.
Are they saying that their match is still going? Well then, well, okay then.
How about I'm just going to spectate again, see whatever happens.
I wonder.
Because we are completely stunned. And if it's a spectator client bug, then okay, yeah, no, I am back in, and there's a taunt. MoJoJoJo, he's got a lot of, he's just done 12 damage to the face, and hype, he will be on 9 health here. I'll say MoJoJoJo, he's pulled off some shenanigans at the time that we weren't able to watch.
He just played a face down card. Is what it showed on the stream. It was just face down.
That's why it threw me off.
Okay, I'm rebooting up Spectator. 1 second.
Hype, he's not really got that many taunts left. I think MoJoJoJo has done incredibly well here to try and gain back in this matchup. We do apologize for that. Nothing really we could do on our end. Obviously, we don't own Blizzard, small indie company, by the way.
Oh yes. Very,
yeah, no,
very.
11. The taunt is up, which will lead into a lifesteal as well.
Okay. Looks like Ticketus was played, judging by the 5 cards left of MoJoJoJo's deck. We will... I don't know. It's gonna be close. Don't know if MoJoJoJo has enough fuel left in his deck to be able to come back.
If he can kill the taunt, yeah, no, he's got lethal. He's got lethal. He kills the taunt with his weapon and kills with minions. Oh my word, MoJoJoJo! I thought he was in a terrible position, but he's managed
Never mind then. Okay.
And the 4 damage to face early on actually paying off. And MoJoJoJo, he's not done just yet. He's going on to have at least another battle. Impressive stuff.
Can I hear a beep beep reverse sweep coming up from MoJoJoJo as he turns this thing around? I thought Warlock was going to be Hype's best deck at the moment, but apparently what we're looking at is not showing that. MoJoJoJo coming out with a solid performance with Demon Hunter there. We do not know if it will be enough per se to come back and reverse sweep, but you know what? It would make beautiful, beautiful content if that's what we get to see tonight.
That is the thing. That is, I always love a game 5. Love it going to the end. But the priest is still there. So I don't think the priest is going to come out. I must imagine that MoJoJoJo will now try and go with his Highlander mage, coming in there and wrecking some stuff up. His Highlander mage is still an incredibly strong deck here, and well, he knows what deck he will be up against. He'll be up against the Warlock. He can kind of pick and choose against that.
Oh yeah, it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Priest, I feel like, is going to be a solid choice, because of the fact that it's a lot of control stuff and control versus control. Let's see. He doesn't. So Priest having Cthulhu. He's gonna go with Highlander Mage. Okay.
The games begin. Your soul
Very
okay.
mine.
Gonna have to see how that works out, because he does have that Reno in the deck as well. He has a lot of end game, and I must say that I don't know. I think that the end game favors the Highlander mage here, even though it is a control deck. So maybe with the tickets, and he decides to keep it as well. Wants to mill early on.
It's going to be interesting. We do see Cthulhu in the mage deck, so it's going to be a little extra cards. That, you know what, there's a lot of cards in this deck that are going to be okay if they get milled from Ticketus here, but we will see. Stuff that we don't want to be seeing: Astromancer Solarian, really huge. Zephyrs, very, very, very important. But other than that, Malygos, got Reno, Alexstrasza. Alexstrasza, not Dragon Queen Alexstrasza would be a very bad thing to mill, but regular Alexstrasza would be kind of neither here nor there. Both Renos, and of course Yogg-Saron. But yeah, for the most part, there's a lot of cards that Ticketus could be burning and milling here that wouldn't be too horrible for MoJoJoJo to try to come back with.
Yeah, no, I think he can't even mill the regular Alexstrasza because it is in his hands. One of the few classic cards that still sees a relatively low amount of play. The Zephyr is so important that a lot of the deck is already kind of built towards it. Only one of's obviously in the deck of MoJoJoJo, so he is actually able to pop that Zephyrs at any single point. Only one usage of Cthulhu. What is this matchup going to come down to?
This matchup is going to come down to if we can see a Ticketus played early enough from Mr. Hype over here, and if it can burn what he's trying to go for, Cthulhu pieces and Rhinos are the two big things he needs to be keeping an eye out for. He does, those two are the big things that are still in his deck right now that he would love to be milling. So maybe coining out a Valderas, exact, I can barely get it out before he completes it. Let's go. Ooh, 12 card hand.
Defying all odds and laws of Hearthstone and making sure that he has enough space to loosen all his cards, and 11 cards in his hand right now. He does still have to be afraid of milling, which is the craziest thing. Obviously, he won't mill next turn because of only one draw. Yandis.
I feel like he's going to be dropping Ticketus next turn, so we will see. Oof. We do see Janice coming out. Jandis, sorry. This is gonna be very interesting. Will he hype greed and go for the Ticketus to try to get something, thin down that 20 card deck of his, or will he go for Cascading Disaster, being able to clear the whole board? I don't know. Two things with technically 1 health left, and he's just gonna go for it.
Wanting to clear all the pressure, make sure that he has enough time to build his own board, not get traded. Doesn't have to take the risk. Fair enough. Sometimes you want to play it a little bit more defensive. Make sure that everything is set up. If you think you favor the long run, and with Ticketus coming up relatively soon, I must imagine. Him also not hero powering. That really already makes me think that Ruben is going for the long game.
Yeah, I think he's going for the long game, but being prepared for the long game, you have to be wary about whether or not MoJoJoJo will be able to come back. MoJoJoJo has a lot of really good late game options, as well as Ruben. So, who knows? Envoy Rustowicz, amazing new card that came out. Being able to shuffle 3 primes into your deck. Very good for late game, but it looks like he's going to drop the Ticketus, and we'll see what he gets with it. He plays the intensity, the hovering.
Giving us a little bit of a show. Is he going to play the Ticketus? Is he going to put it on the board?
Is he going to do it? Is he not going to do it? Is he going to do it? If he doesn't do it, he doesn't do it. Or is he going to do it?
Stuck in another spectator
mode. He does do it. He does play. He plays it eventually.
Let's see what he discards.
Frostbolt, whatever. Ring Toss, whatever. Ice Barrier, whatever. He gets Amazing Reno! That is huge! A whole board clear. And Hero Power just gone. Just instantly gone from MoJoJoJo. He's... I would say that's one of the best things he could have gotten out of Ticketus Burn right there. Can I get some...
low rolls. But then one massive high roll.
The 4 low rolls, you know what, you can deal with it, whatever. But ooh, hugs in the chat for being able to take down Reno with that. Do I see... Oh, are there no dragons, though? There are no dragons in his hand. It would have been interesting if his Evolving Missiles actually turned into something that might be useful.
Considering that MoJoJoJo doesn't have his Reno anymore, that is a massive board clear, and the Ticketus is also milling. Might just... No, actually, he chooses the Flame Strike, opting to try and take it to the long game nonetheless. With the Alexstrasza, I don't know, I would have loved to see that Fireball pick and kind of race him down, to get that Alexstrasza in there, do some damage, and with the minions already on board, just go face.
You see, I don't know exactly what he was going for Flame Strike there. I don't really know what big threats he could be trying to get with that. So... What was that?
I mean,
I think I was saying MoJoJoJo, right?
MoJoJoJo. Sure.
Nope, looking at the way he prefers it to be pronounced is MoJoJoJo. It is not Mo-ho-ho-ho or Mo-yo-yo-yo. But yeah, thank you for pointing that out to us, Papa Big Bear. Anyway,
One
going on.
strategy is never trusting Twitch chat. I've done it once. I have been in the loop ever since. They threw me for a fit with a name, and that has turned into a meme the entire evening. So, the rolling fireball coming in here. Will
Getting
full board clear.
all 4 of them right there. Ooh, you'll love to see it. You'll see a nice clean fireball roll there. Very big hand coming in from Warlock. From Mr. Hype. Getting a little bit more soul fragments into the deck, except it's counterspelled. Psych, never mind. Not gonna happen. Free admission, getting 1 demon. Not landing the second one though. He's gonna drop the Envoy Rustwicks, 3 random Prime Legendary minions into his hand. I'd have to say this is one of my favorite cards coming from the recent expansion.
Ooh, and there we go. There is the attack coming in, or at least the Electraza pumping up the pressure. But now, you would have loved to have that Fireball, MoJoJoJo. I'm sure he would have loved to have that, and was actually able to get that one going and have some more pressure on his opponent. Obviously, well, Ruben, he doesn't really know which one he picked, which one he got. See, he might still play around it nonetheless, but this lifesteal is going to come in massive. That activates the Death Rattle as well.
Absolutely. That was very, very, very good. That lifesteal. Bring 15 damage on 1 turn with Electraza. Pretty hard to come back with, but you know what? That Mosher right there with the lifesteal is going to be a blessing, to say the least.
He's got a pick as well. Is he going to go the aggro side this time? There we go. He brings out the flame strike that he was waiting on earlier, and he is going all out, basically. Frostbolt on the face. There's a taunt coming up. Enhanced Dreadlord. He might just play that, and indeed he insta drops it. Doesn't even care. And then it corrupts it all. Wall is being built. The wall of China is reinstated in Hearthstone, and this is going to be hard to break through.
13 health taunt wall is going to be, even for Mage, a really tough battle to get through, but you know what? If anyone can do it, it's going to be MoJoJoJo, and we will see that maybe coming in. Devolving Missiles might be huge here. It hits both of them.
Surely, come on. No, it doesn't.
only hits 1.
Incredibly unlucky.
Oh my god!
Also, the Firebrand doesn't get anything. MoJoJoJo, he's not getting anything on this side.
Solarian Prime.
Be able to pull through. But now there's a 4-1 left on the board and a 6-5. That's going to be. Oh, I must assume that he's still going to play the defensive and make sure that he clears everything out, just so MoJoJoJo.
How he's going for Solarian Prime? He's just gonna go full in. He's gonna see what spells he gets. Potion of Illusion.
That's incredible.
Blizzard. Very lucky. Blizzard into Arcane Explosion. Oh.
Full clear.
But killing some of his own minions, you know what? We take those. We take those, Twitch chat. We take those.
Clear for that.
He gets another one.
Very much so.
I don't know if he wants to play the other one quite yet, but yeah, no, I wouldn't. I don't know about that. There's a lot of stuff that only targets minions. You might be doing yourself dirty. Do it for Twitch chat. 4 damage to a minion. Kills its own strong.
Oh, there we go. That's what we expected.
You know what, another... And kills its own minion. And summons some minions. There we go. You know, who needs a 6-3 with taunt when you can have 2 0-2s? I mean, 3 health taunt, 4 health taunt. It's just simple maths. We might be seeing a Yogg-Saron though. That would make this match even crazier. I'm going for a Rod of Roasting. I would love to see it right about now. Ooh, barely missing out on it though. Fill your hand with random 0-cost spells. Only getting 4 because of how big the hand is right now. Oh my god, I'm at the edge of my seat. So much random, so little time.
10-10 copy. Does he have minions in his deck though? He does still have a...
He has Reno Jackson.
Reno,
and he gets a 6-6 taunt.
So much board pressure coming in.
Getting those 4. Perfect amount. to be able to clear both those taunts. Next turn looking like it might be lethal. Having to use Twisting... Maybe use Twisting Nether? Maybe.
Surely.
It looks like a smart move to play Twisting Nether. Looks like a kind of perfect board that you would want to play Twisting Nether on. We'll see this year. Maybe.
Surely. There's
Oh,
no way he
is.
doesn't play it. There's only 2 cards left. There's no way that he doesn't play it. There is still some. We got the Dragon Queen Alexstrasza, but apart from that, there's not really a lot that MoJoJoJo necessarily has to play with. When he can steal a weapon from a Warlock, that is going to be impressive as well. And he's still got the Zephyrus. The MoJoJoJo, he's not out yet. Well, he can't really attack face, or I mean, he can obviously, but that will be 8 extra health for your opponent.
It's gonna be tempoing out the Kobold, not knowing that there's probably not gonna be any weapons. Solarian Prime. Did a huge number on them earlier.
It's that Pyroblast that might just pull him through the finish line if he can manage to get 4 damage off.
But he does have to be wary of Ice Barrier. Ice Barrier is going to proc when he tries to attack, though. So if he can find a 4 damage spell... Oh! Never mind, Dark Skies clears the board.
Wouldn't Zephyrus just be... If he attacks phase with the Pyroblast, wouldn't Zephyrus just give him a Fire Blast? Or with a Pyroblast and then Zephyrus would give him a... Or he goes for the Zephyrus now, so maybe he gets enough burn damage from it nonetheless. We're gonna have to see the options. He gets the Doorhowl. That's not enough. That's not going to be enough because that activates the Ice Barrier.
Nope.
Well,
yep. Very
not over
unfortunate.
just yet.
Yeah.
He's got 27.
15 health left versus 27. More like 5 health. Knowing that there's going to be a Pyroblast probably going face anytime soon. We do see Reno is going to be a very nice... Not enough to clear. Reno will not be enough to clear, but it will do a lot to his board.
Yeah, he will be able to do a Reno hero power, but he decides to go for the Maw of Cthulhu. Oh, that is a rough one because now he also can't play the Reno.
Wait,
you kind of have to wait.
It doesn't matter. That was the last Cthulhu piece, so now Cthulhu is the last card in the deck. Wait, why would he play what? No, why would you play Astromancer Solarian? You're guaranteed to get Cthulhu next turn. If Hype destroys that, if Hype kills it, then it's a 50-50 chance instead of an 100% chance.
Oh no, but I wouldn't be surprised if MoJoJoJo manages to survive another turn. Does he have lethal?
No, he doesn't have lethal, but he's going to be doing quite a bit.
Yeah, and he decides to use a spell as well, wanting to push everything to face, or actually, he had the spell in the hand. Not 100% sure about that one just yet. I don't really think that this game is in his hands of Ruben. More of the 50-50. How that is going to be turning out. He needs to kill this Solarian.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Okay, he does kill it. He does kill it. 50-50 basically.
50 whether or not he can just win.
Well, the Cthulhu is, what, 40 damage? 20?
It's 30 damage. Oh, he does draw Cthulhu.
But there's still so much left on the board, so he will be able to play the Cthulhu. Won't be able to push through completely, but this is going to be a very decent clear. Well, is it going to clear everything though, or is it just going to mainly go face? A lot of it does go face. The biggest health minions will survive on 3 health each. That is lethal.
That's it. That's it.
He's dead on board.
And a little bit of Nope. Is he just gonna kill him right here and there, or is he just gonna go for some nice BM? We'll see. Laying out the turn. He's thinking about it. He doesn't know whether or not to go the cheeky route, but that's a good right there, and he just goes for the face. That is it. Going over to Ruben Pike, however you want to say it. Very wonderfully done. And there goes Hype for Dartmouth University, cleaning it up.
Dartmouth pulling through, and oh my word, So, and that is, if you had that fireball instead of that flame strike earlier on, he might have actually been able to pull through and get something more going.
Absolutely.
Once again, kind of came down to that first game that we saw the priest. I mean, he didn't come out a second time. Fair enough. It was very controlling. I didn't really see an end game with it necessarily, but it is, yeah, it was a tough battle. MoJoJoJo, he's proven to me that he's at least worthy, because he was able to pull through with that Demon Hunter. Phenomenal stuff. I thought it was out and down and out there already. Managed just to pull through and give us another game that goes through the milling phase as well.
I would have to say the MVP would have to be Stellaris Prime, with both Stellaris Primes played by Hype there, getting so much, getting both of those secrets, the Spellbender and the Ice Barrier, doing so much to keep him alive, keeping his taunts up, giving him extra armor. Beautifully done. It did kill his board, but at the end of the day, I feel like it was still worth.
Yeah, and the Spellbender coming in there as well to deflect that other, the Maw of Cthulhu. Well, that is going to be it for this game. Ruben will take it home 3-1. I'm pretty sure reversing the results of the previous time. It was an incredibly intense matchup, but before we head to a tiny little break, we do have some people to thank who make this entire endeavor possible. MetaPro Gaming is a full-service esports management, developmental, and consulting company. Meta provides esports coaching, college esports management, arena design, and equipment. Visit them at metaprogaming.gg to learn more. Officially, these gamers, they're not standing up, hopefully, when they're playing Hearthstone. They're just sitting down, full focus on the game. Respawn products are forged for all-day comfort for content creators, professional and casual players, or anyone looking to upgrade their setup. Respawn has been battle tested and achieves a level of comfort that leaves your competitors in the dust. Live to play another day with a Respawn, your battle-ready partner. And well, in Hearthstone, it's not necessarily that useful, but HyperX's mission has been to develop gaming products for all gamers. High-speed memory, solid-state drives, headset, keyboard, mice, charging accessories for console players, USB flash drives, and mouse pads to the gaming community and beyond. HyperX gear is the choice of celebrity ambassadors, pro gamers, tech enthusiasts, and overclockers worldwide, because it meets the most stringent product specifications and is built with the best in-class components. Obviously,
maybe HyperX isn't your thing. Maybe you're not looking for the highest tech stuff, but maybe you're looking for a more relaxed, more at-home experience. You would be looking more towards Helix Esports, offering world-class gaming and virtual reality experiences, state-of-the-art esports centers throughout the United States. Helix Esports delivers a professional esports experience to everyone, whether gamers choose to play, practice, or just socialize with friends or compete at the highest level. Helix Esports is the premier destination for gamers. Follow Helix Esports today at Helix Esports USA. And our last sponsor for tonight, a TV channel dedicated to only esports and gaming personalities. ESTV is the first ever dedicated channel for just esports and gaming personalities. The first channel devoted to 24/7 esports coverage can be found on a number of OTT platforms, including Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Samsung TV Plus, Sling, and Vizio FreeWatch. ESTV partners with the world's top gaming networks and production partners for the most robust esports content lineup on linear, online, and mobile. For more information, please visit www.estv.co.
Massive shout out to every one of those, but also everybody in chat chilling here and watching the games unfold. Ruben, he's now gone up 2-0 in the league, and MoJoJoJo, he's forced to take a loss here this week, proving that the preseason performance, 3-1 win against Ruben, isn't really necessary. But that is not the only game we've got coming up. There will be more after this one, but we will head into a tiny little break. We'll see you after.